We are 8 weeks and how many days? Like 5?
Yeah, 6 days. Tomorrow's 7.
Congratulations to Ali Chan and Raymond. Good morning, everybody. We are on our way late as always to OBGYN appointment, so that should be good. After that, at 2 o'clock, we have another cool appointment, so that's going to be cool as well. We are here somewhere. But you want to tell them what it's going to be?
These are some pictures. And this baby is a bouncing little boy.
Ooh, so it's Niklaus.
Niklaus Nugget.
Niklaus Nugget Black. Hello everybody, my name is Ali and this is Niklaus, and welcome to somebody's first official Niklaus Nugget since he's been out and about. Obviously, this is a 1 month / 2 month like nugget. I feel really bad, but it's just been very hectic. I didn't realize how difficult and different it would be to go from being a mother of one child to being the mother of a toddler and a newborn. So we were gonna start off with Niklaus's 1 month information. At his 1 month update or checkup, he was 22 inches long, 9.12 pounds heavy, and had a head circumference of, I believe it says 30.5 centimeters. So it's been going pretty good for this little guy. His first month of life was a very interesting one. He was a great nurser from the beginning. His latch was amazing, and now he's got the hiccups. Poor little guy. I actually just woke him up so we could film this, but he was an amazing nurser, which is more than I can say for his brother. Overall, a really easygoing kind of little guy. One thing that I did notice about him was that he seemed to be very gassy, to the point where I was really concerned, like pretty much for the whole like first month of his life. His first month of life, he was very gassy and almost, I want to say, like borderline colicky. I was kind of concerned because I never dealt with anything like that with my first, and he just always seemed to be Niklaus just always seemed to be very gassy and really burpy, and it was to the point where I was even debating maybe like changing my diet. I'm like, well, maybe he's allergic to something, or maybe I'm eating something that is making him very gassy and burpy. But when I would sit and think about it, there was nothing I frequently ate enough of, or enough, you know, to like make his belly so upset. And one day he just kind of like outgrew it. It was like the weirdest thing. First month of life is always just so like hard for them, and also kind of hard for the parents, whether it's your first baby or your second, I've come to find, because it's just getting to know them and them getting to know you, and they're in such a different environment. Like 10 seconds ago they were inside a nice warm belly, never feeling hunger, cold, or anything, and then all of a sudden it's loud, they're hungry, they need to learn how to poop and pee. Like it's very difficult, I'm sure. So, and today we actually went for his 2-month checkup, and he was 25, I believe, inches tall. It allegedly, they said 22.5, which was not the case because he was all scrunched up. So they had him remeasured again. What was his measurement?
24.
Oh, he was 24 inches. I'm sorry, 24 inches tall. He is 13.10 pounds heavy, and his head circumference is 40 centimeters. And Vladimir just woke up, big brother Vladimir. But Niklaus is doing all the things that one would start to like see in their 2-month-old. He's a very strong little guy. Even before he was 2 months old, he's rolling over twice onto his belly from his back. He's got very good head control. He's just super strong. My husband always jokes around and says that he's got a baby 6-pack. And I'm sorry, you have to excuse big brother. He's not in a very good mood. It's just these videos, especially with the two of them, are getting very hard to film. So I think you'll start seeing more of both of them in each other's videos. But yeah, he's a really strong little guy. We've gotten him to giggle, I think, a total of 2 or 3 times. And of course, the way we got him to laugh was the exact same way we got big brother to laugh. And I'll show you guys a clip of that here. So it's not as much of a like big giggle like it was for big brother. But I think we're going to have another little daredevil on our hands, which is great because later on in the upcoming month, we are actually going to Knoxberry Farm. So that should be fun. Obviously, I expect Big Brother to have more fun than Niklaus. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll like to go on some of the thrill rides as well. So one thing that is different from Big Brother that Niklaus does is that he actually takes a bottle much better than Big Brother did. And I've actually started going back to work 2 times during the week, and this past time it was a little bit rough, says my husband. He said that he was kind of refusing to take a bottle at all. He, I think, only drank about an ounce of milk, which is, I suppose, okay. I'm only gone for the most 3 hours at a time, but still, like, you know, you still worry. And it's not that he doesn't know how to take the bottle, because he will take the bottle. It's just that he refuses to. So. It's pretty difficult to get him to sleep in his own bassinet, though. He's been kind of on the sick side, so he wants to sleep with me. And honestly, since I have an actual set schedule now where I have to wake up, I don't really mind him co-sleeping with me, because if he sleeps next to me, that's that many times less that I actually have to get up at night to, you know, like get him up out of his bassinet, to feed him, to change him, to what have you. So he only ever gets up once in the morning, so he normally goes to bed around midnight, and he's asleep from midnight until 5. The earliest being 4:30. He wakes up the earliest being 4:30, but no later than 5, and he'll stay up. It's gotten less and less time, but in the beginning, like a few weeks ago, he would stay up from like for an hour, a whole hour, and then he'd fall back to sleep, which wasn't very good for me and my sleeping schedule, because Big Brother wakes up usually around 7:30. So I'm like, man, so I'd literally be up an hour, go back to sleep for another hour, and then have to wake up for the day. So that wasn't fun for me. But yeah, but he'll actually just wake up now and stay awake for maybe 20 minutes tops, if at that, and then go back to sleep. Like I said, he has been having a little bit of a stuffy nose as of recently. No fever, which I'm very, very thankful for, but he has had a stuffy nose, so I'll have to saline and clear out his little nose, and obviously it makes him feel a little bit on the yucky side, and he sometimes, his nose will be so stuffy that, you know, he can't necessarily breathe, or like all of the snot will go into the back of his throat and kind of make him gag. So that's another reason why he's been sleeping with me throughout the whole entire night. Usually prior to him getting sick, I would nurse him in my bed until he was asleep. I'd put him in bed, and then he'd stay in bed until, like I said, 4:30 or 5, when he'd wake up, and then I'd change him or feed him and then bring him into bed with me, and he'd be there until 7, you know. But just because I'm just so concerned and worried about him, and also just wanting to get more extra Z's in, he has been sleeping with me. And I feel like it's been helping him a lot, and he also sleeps much longer too. Normally this guy, if given the chance, will stay asleep until 10. So, but yeah, he's a pretty chill baby, a pretty cool baby. I cannot believe that he's finally out. I feel terrible because, like I said, I wanted to do a 1-month video of this little guy, and I just did not get the chance to do it. And then by the time I was able to sit down and do it, I realized that I might as well just wait until his 2-month checkup, and then I could like combine the 2 videos. He's not scheduled to go in for another checkup until age of 4 months, so I'm debating on whether or not just doing, like, instead of monthly videos, just like bi-monthly videos. But then I feel bad because especially at this age they change so very much. Like I said, he's got really good head control, as you guys can see. And he's very strange in the sense that he doesn't, I don't feel like anybody's given him the memo that he's a baby. He likes to sit up, he likes to see what is going on, doesn't really like to lay down unless he's nursing or like about to sleep. He's just ready to go. No one told him that he was born a baby. He thought he was gonna be born like a 30-year-old man. So he's just a sweet little guy. He's very sweet, very, very nice. He's got dark hair. Aww. Little bug. But that's basically it with Niklaus. He's pretty good. He enjoys car rides, unlike his brother, which I'm glad. He didn't really enjoy them like people say most babies do, but he enjoyed them much more than Big Brother does. He, like I said, doesn't really like sleeping in his bassinet. One thing that he does like, which his older brother didn't like, which just proves to show that all children are different, is that he loves to be swaddled. He'll try to fight it, but he'll actually stay asleep swaddled. Big Brother did not. So eventually, though, I'm hoping to get him sleeping in his bassinet through the entire night. Obviously, he is still really young, so I know that's kind of like a stretch, but we'll see. Eventually, unlike what we did with our first, he is not going to go to sleeping in a crib. He will actually go to sharing a queen size with his big brother. Obviously, that's much more into the future. I know I'd mentioned it before in the past, but our family is complete for the time being. It is very difficult. Not that he is, ooh, excuse me, not that he's a difficult baby, but it's just very difficult to have more children and who are very the same age. But I'm sure if I had waited to have him and my toddler was more on the scale of being a preschooler, maybe I'd be saying the same thing. So, but he's a really good guy. He's a really sweet guy. He meshes very well with us. It's strange because I know he's only been here for 2 months, but I feel like he's been here all my life. I know he's been here all his life. So that is the Niklaus Nugget. I hope you guys liked it. Keep your guys' eyes peeled for another one in the next upcoming weeks for his 3-month update. That'll be fun. He's gonna be a big boy. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I was squeezing him into 0 to 3 month clothing, and we actually unofficially weighed him the other day, and also we're checking on the tags to a lot of the clothing, and it ended up being that my poor little guy is in 3 to 6 and 6 month clothing. Like this outfit that he's got on right now is a 6-month onesie from Carter's, and yeah, it's a little bit on the bigger side, but you guys should have seen the outfits I was squeezing his poor baby body into. It was a little bit on the sad side. I felt kind of bad for him, like, actually. So I don't know, I feel like they grow so much. He was such a skinny little guy when he first came out, and now he's got, neck rolls and back rolls and arm rolls, and he's heavy, and I don't know, he's just perfect. I love him. So I hope you guys will tune in next month for another Niklaus Nugget. If you guys did not know this yet, we do daily vlogs here on our channel, Reality. If you're not into that sort of thing, my older son sometimes has month updates. If you're not into that sort of thing as well, I totally understand. We do the occasional product review up here. We also do the occasional contest and giveaway. But if you're still not into that sort of thing and you're just here for Mr. Niklaus, which I can't blame you for, we will see you next month. We'll see you guys then. He's smiling. Bye.